Talking out of my ass. Number 58. And this my 58 talking from my shitty fucking anus. The notes. Yeah, so when I deadlift, I don't use any powder. I stopped using straps as well. The reason I stopped using straps because it encourages fucking hitching. It encourages bad form, I think. I'm not to say you can do bad form without the straps, but but even more so. But yeah, I don't use any powder. I don't use any talcum powder when I deadlift. What I do is I got that protein shake, right? While I'm working out, the intra-workout protein shake. And you ever notice that you spill some of that shit on the floor, it becomes real sticky, right? That protein shake shit, right? So what I do, I drink it, keep a little in my mouth, and spit it out. Spit about, half a teaspoonful into my hands. And I just kind of rub it into my hands. Makes the hands sticky and shit. Gives me good bite onto that bar. Gives me good grip on that fucking bar, Feels like my hands are just glued onto that bar when I get that fucking protein, that fucking tacky feeling from that protein shake. That dehydrated, that protein shake that's been fucking, I don't know what the process is. I guess you're just taking all the water out, Basically rub it in your hands, until you get it all fucking dried out and shit. It's like glue. It's like fucking like tape or something shit. Some kind of shit on your fucking hands. Gives you good grip on the fucking deadlift bar. Extended versus short rest times. Yeah, if you read my strength training blog, you'll see that I worked out at least twice a week for almost a couple years. I don't know. This time around, I'm doing just one time a week. Give myself 7 days rest. Of course, there are pros and cons to each one. Extended rest times. Well, you're basically giving your body, the full opportunity of resting. So 7 days. On Saturday, I do about a 3.5 hour workout, and it takes 7 days. Next time I hit the muscles is again on Saturday. And during those 7 days, it's all a fucking like a curve, like a bell curve. Everything from the recovery to the protein intake. I mean, the recovery, the first couple days after I work out, I don't feel any swollen. I don't feel any delayed onset muscle fatigue. I don't feel any lactic acid, at least not that much. But for some reason, on like the Monday or Tuesday after I work out on Saturday, I get that lactic acid buildup, that battery acid feeling in my fucking muscles. Feels like I got fucking, hydrochloric acid running through my fucking muscles. It's all stinging and shit. Barely can fucking move. And that extends all the way out to about, Tuesday or Wednesday. And then by Thursday and Friday, it all dissipates. Even by Wednesday, it pretty much dissipates. It takes me about a day to about a day and a half to 2 days to get all that lactic acid to burn off of itself, out of the fucking muscles. And then Friday and Saturday, I'm good. Hold on. lost my train of thought. Oh yeah, extended versus short rest times. So like extended time, it just takes you longer to get stronger. You know, you're decreasing the amount of stimulus. But even then, I'm still making gains. I don't know if they'd be more pronounced if I was doing it like twice a week instead of once a week. The short rest times, though, you got to worry about, you know, you're more susceptible to injury. You're putting like greater stress on the joints and shit. Leads to a higher probability of, you know, damaging your joints. But I don't know, I only got like a 4-hour workout or 4-hour window of time on Saturday, on the weekends. You know, either Saturday or Sunday to get my fucking workout done, and that's it. You know, like I said, I'm still making gains. They're small, but they're noticeable at least. You know, they can be measured. The battery acid in the muscle. Yeah. I know I've said this before, but it's almost paramount if you want to gain strength and muscle. If you don't have that fucking lactic acid buildup, you know, a fucking couple days after you work out and you don't feel sore and shit, sometime during your rest period in between workouts, that muscle ain't getting stronger, I guarantee you that. And I've noticed that different body parts need varying degrees of fucking stimulation. Like the smaller muscle groups, like the biceps, the triceps. It usually takes like, you know, I usually do drop sets on those fucking muscles. You know, start off at a high point or start off on like the whole weight stack, then keep going up and up the weight stack till I reached out like the 5-pound plate, the 5-pound plate level, whatever those fucking things are, those weights, 5-pound weight levels. I'll start off with like 200, go up to like 150, then 150, then 5 pounds. Now, each time I go onto a fucking weight, I rep it out until I get muscle fatigue. I can't do it anymore. Then I take no rest. You know, drop down about 50 pounds, bang out some more reps till I fucking, you know, till I get the muscle fatigue again. I can't do anymore. Till I get to the 5-pound plate, you know, level, or the 10-pound plate level. And then, you'd be surprised how hard it is to get 10 pounds off the fucking, you know, up. To lift 10 pounds after you fucking been banging on the muscles with drop sets. You know, how easily it is to fatigue that fucking muscle. But all that is just fucking trying to build lactic acid in the muscle. I forgot the mechanism by which you produce lactic acid. It's something along the lines of lactic acid is a fucking byproduct of glycogen being used in the muscle, that Krebs cycle. And the byproduct of the fucking glycogen is lactic acid. And I found that if you don't have that lactic acid in the muscle, that muscle ain't growing. It ain't getting strong. Smith machine versus gym machine. There really is no versus. I mean, The Smith machine and the gym machine, the only difference is, you know, you have a fixed amount of weights on the gym machine, like the bench press. That machine, the bench press machine, you can only go up so high, but with the Smith machine, you can go up, like, you know, to infinity, whatever the fucking the you know, the weight rating on the Smith machine can handle. Why am I bringing this up is, if you're putting down the Smith machine, you're talking shit about the Smith machine, then you gotta talk shit about the fucking, you know, the bench press machine and the fucking leg press machine, because all that's on a fixed path too. So why fucking have, why be fucking prejudiced towards the towards machines, you know, and talk shit about the Smith machine? It's the same concept. You're still on a fixed path of movement. So it would stand to reason that, you know, if you think you get injured on a Smith machine, then you should fucking logically conclude that you can get injured just as easily on a fucking gym machine. See, but it's faulty reasoning, because obviously, you know, just the Smith machine has a bad rap as far as being injured, because of that fixed bar path. And then, let's see. Which leads me to another point. You know, if the fixed bar path, that's what the issue at hand is. It's the fixed bar path, right? Supposedly that's supposed to make you susceptible to injury, right? Fixed bar path, fixed path of movement. But, you know, my take on the whole theory, or on the whole situation, is anything can get you injured. Free weights, fixed bar path Smith machine, gym machines, you know, leg press machines, anything can injure you, as long as you do it long enough and with enough frequency. You know, you risk that probability of what do you call it? High repetition. What is that fucking shit called? When you keep doing the same motion over and over again, repetitive movement injuries. You still risk that. So why be prejudiced, you know, towards the Smith machine, or against the machine? Prejudiced against the Smith machine, I'd say. Why? Same concept. Fixed path to motion. So, you know, I've been alternating between one arm Smith machine bench press, single arm Smith machine bench press on 1 week for a workout, and then alternating to the fucking just straight up bench press, you know, on a bench fucking bench a bench rack. What are those things called? I don't know. Barbell bench press racks, whatever. Yeah, just repping out fucking, you know, bench press with the barbell and some free weights, you know, or some, you know, some 45-pound plates, you know, basically free weights. I've been alternating, you know, the fixed bar path versus the fucking free weight. I mean, essentially you're working the same muscles, but it's varying degrees. The one arm bench press Smith machine, it's impossible to get in the right to get into the right position to do it like, you know, like you would actually do it during a bench press with the fucking, you know, the feet tucked under your body to get that tautness, that tightness in the quads, and to get that arched back position. I mean, I guess you could do it, but the way I do one-arm bench press on a Smith machine, I just fucking lay flat on my back, no fucking arch, my feet out in front of me. You know, they're not supporting me. I don't have any fucking tightness in my quads because, you know, I'm not pulling my fucking feet behind me. And I just start repping it out with the fucking, the bar. Up and down, up and down. One arm, left arm, right arm, left arm, right arm. And most of the emphasis, and plus I do drop sets. I do it in a very, first I do like singles, heavy singles. And then when I get that out of the way, I break down the bar to like, you know, 10 pounds, 10-pound plates on each side, 5-pound plates on each side, and I just start repping it out, keep repping until I get muscle fatigue. Trying to get that lactic acid buildup. You get lactic acid buildup mostly from doing like low weights. Low weight, high reps. In some parts of the body. I'm talking like the arms. Low weights, high reps for the arms. You get a significant amount of lactic acid buildup. In the chest too. Legs as well. You know, when I do squats, I fucking get that bar in my back and my neck. I start doing heavy singles, doubles, triples, and then I break the bar down. And I feel like I've stimulated my fucking that single 1 rep movement, you know, well enough. I break the bar down to like fucking like 95 pounds, like fucking 65 pounds. And I just get under that fucking bar and I just rep it out, keep repping until I get that muscle fatigue and that lactic acid buildup. You get that burning feeling. Feels like your fucking quads are on fire and shit. Feels like you got fucking hydrochloric acid running through your fucking muscles after you fucking do those fucking drop sets on the fucking, you know, those squats. What was I gonna say? I don't know. That's how I'm alternating. That's how I'm fucking avoiding injury. Because that fucking, the form for the bench press, I don't wear a belt when I bench press. I do it like, you know, raw. So, I got my back arched in a fucking fucked up position. Laying on my back. You know. The lower back's not even touching the bench. I got my lats and my shoulders pretty much fucking dug into the bench. And then I got my fucking, you know, feet pulled almost as far as I can behind me. While I'm laying back on the bench. To get that tautness and fucking tightness in the fucking quads. While still keep my feet down on the fucking ground. I got that from Josh Hancock. The IPF lifter. And I imagine if I did that week in, week out, I'd start probably getting a sore back. And I'd probably get fucking problems with my knees and shit. Because of that, you know, that extreme position, that tautness I'm putting into the fucking legs by pulling them behind me and shit. While on the bench. And yeah. That could fucking easily lead to fucking complications down the road. But what if I just did fucking one-arm bench press with the Smith machine? After I do a fucking session with the one-arm bench press on the Smith machine, I'm doing like drop sets and like heavy singles with the one-arm bench press. You know what happens? My elbows and my fucking wrists, you know, those two joints, they take on this soreness, man. They get real fucking toasted. They get real fucking like, I don't know, how should I say? Burn up. I could feel my fucking, my elbow pain and that fucking wrist pain and shit. And I get, I can feel a little impingement on my front deltoids, the fronts of my shoulders and shit. Now imagine if I kept doing that week in, week out. The one-arm bench press on the Smith machine. I'd probably start developing, tendonitis in my fucking elbows. But, like I said, I alternate between bench press, regular bench press, one-arm bench press on the Smith machine. I don't avoid pain, but I just kind of let certain body parts are emphasized over the other ones during different exercises, which work out the same muscles. So, you're essentially letting joints rest, at varying times during each alternating exercise movement. If you can make out that fucking sentence. Supermarket protein versus fast food protein. Yeah, fast food protein is usually just shit. Unless you go to like a Mexican burrito restaurant or something. I'm not talking Chipotle either, because you really got to fight those fucking cocksuckers for some meat. What's that one? Qdoba. They're all right with the meat. They're just about a tad better than a fucking Chipotle. I'm talking, you go to one of these burrito restaurants, these Mexican restaurants, they don't have no problem giving you the fucking beef there. They'll just layer on that fucking beef. Those kind of restaurants. Other than that, all these other fast food restaurants, they don't give you any fucking meat hardly. Or you gotta pay through the fucking asshole for the protein. Of a quarter pounder at fucking McDonald's is like $5 and shit. And you ain't getting that much protein either. You might as well just get a burrito. Or go to the supermarket. Get like one of them fucking, I don't know, get some fucking, chicken or ground beef or something. For workout recovery. Yeah. Body type determines lifting. I don't know if that's true or not. I don't think so. Scratch that one. Well, I guess that's it. That'll conclude my 58 talking from my shitty fucking anus.